This is not. This is not. This is not a test. This is not. This is not. This is not. Not. This is. This is. This is. This is. Not. Emergency broadcast system. This is not. This is.
Warning. Participants, please proceed with caution and do please enjoy this almost daily gaming presentation. You are invited. MR Zeppo is now video game controller police car evolving like live police car evolving like video game controller diving deeper into insert game name here. CTAG Studios, the production company that exists entirely in Mr. Zeppo's imagination, proudly presents enter today's episode title here, the almost daily variety gaming and content creation live Steam show Extravaganza. Welcome to Mr. Zeppo's TikTok live and Twitch TV dual platform multi-broadcast now with new and improved graphics. Welcome to the Zeppoverse, a content creation project of many projects. Visit the many dimensions of the Zeppoverse at this link collection page, https://solo.to/mrzeppo. This live show is a special presentation of the almost daily variety chaos content creation Zeppoverse project Yin Yang live on TikTok and Twitch Yin Yang, featuring chaos variety chaos multi-franchise roulette wheel roster of too many games, and never quite enough time to play them all in. New and improved, totally rebooted iteration of this presentation now featuring new special variety completionist collection roulette mechanics with treats and surprises and at least one new spontaneous idea announcement per streaming session, plus Zeppoverse world building moments sprinkled chaotically throughout. Please, dear human audience, you are cordially invited to visit the official TikTok page for the Zeppoverse project here, https://www.tiktok.com/@the incorrigible MR Zeppo. The incorrigible Mr. Zeppo is here, live on stream, commodifying himself for your entertainment. So please, dear human audiences, please have fun interacting with your host, the incorrigible Mr. Zeppo. In real time, creators must be 18 or older to go live. Viewers must be 18 or older in order to join chat and to recharge and send gifts. Remember, we are here trying to create a safe viewing experience, and we invite you to participate by also following the platform community guidelines. Violators, bots, sales scripts, scams, trolls and stream sniping haters will be called out, openly ridiculed and banned. Please support the ongoing creative processes behind this collection of different projects by listening to several episodes of the OG podcast episodes of the Podcast of Many Podcasts project, aka the Almost Daily Zencast presents https://www.spreaker.com/organization /c-studios-9687696. Warning: the opinions expressed on the social media accounts of the fictional character known as the incorrigible Mr. Zeppo are the very real public discourse opinions of the creative content creation artist behind the Zeppoverse projects. Please be advised that some of those opinions may possibly be interpreted as potentially unusual, eccentric, or even mildly controversial. Those opinions are entirely irrelevant to this gaming live stream. DEF breathing exercise Zen. And now, without further ado, please give a warm welcome to your new favorite host and fictional character from a book series you have not read yet, because he has not actually really started writing it yet. The weird, the odd, the eccentric, the one and only robot from the future playing video games like a human to survive your local preemptive apocalypse. The incorrigible Mr. Zeppo. Insert audience roaring with applause sound effect here. Warning. Participants, please proceed with caution and do please enjoy this almost daily gaming presentation.
And now, without further ado, we dive right into Elder Scrolls. I missaid that. The Elder Scrolls 4 Oblivion Remastered. Today we'll be doing a little bit of variety chaos, so we're not going to spend the entire day on Oblivion. I'm going to make sure to also dive into Morrowind, because I am curious what happens once we take the giant flying flea bus to wherever the next place is. And more importantly, Skyrim, because it's been a long time. Too long. It's been so long since we played it, friends. And then also, out of respect of the fact that I set out to play an MMO and have not been playing an MMO in forever, the one, the only, the infamous, the long-living Elder Scrolls Online, which is just right for an Xbox MMO that has a very rich and deep, vibrant history and wealth of content to play through. And is also fundamentally a universally easy to play, easy to approach, easy to get the hang of MMO. And by easy, I don't mean to disrespect it. I just mean it isn't really radically different from other MMOs and the MMO kind of basic universal standard, in large part because it, alongside with the other collection of standard big, huge, epic, genre-defining games, sort of helped define it. Here we go. I'm going to mix it up. And I'm not going to distract myself anywhere near as much as I did with Aliens. Mostly because none of these games are about the scary, anxiety-inducing environment that conditions you to be wary that at any moment a surprise scare drop might drop in your face and be which is like, ugh, why live like that? I have not uninstalled it, as you can see. Hold on, I'm not showing you the Xbox. Let's come over here. As you can see, I have not uninstalled it. Another game I want to get back into that I started playing forever ago that I think is just charmingly cute and beautiful and plays a little bit like Assassin's Creed, except Assassin's Creed was about immortals and giant cyclopean monsters instead of Assassin's Creed people, you know? Because it's by the Assassin's Creed company. And then we've got another franchise that I've got, not the entire complete collection, but several enough to call it the Far Cry collection. I just realized and discovered and understood for the first time that I do indeed have access to Far Cry 3, and I can and would try giving it a try. So tune in for that. Let's take a look at this real quick. We're going to be checking that out to seeing how fun or not fun, how playable or not playable this game is for me as a old school gamer that missed out on everything Xbox. So please understand that, friends, as you tune into my show and become a fan, because I am an old salty silver fox of a. I was gonna try to make some sort of like. I call myself a salty dog, but I don't mean to call myself like the gross version of calling a man a dog. But I am a little bit of an old of a like a salty pirate. I mean, I don't curse very much on the live stream just because I don't want to have to go to the extra length of adding that warning, which means it'll restrict its random distribution of my stream even more. Some days I wonder if I should go back to not labeling it as, quote, for adults above the age of 18 only. Not that I want to target kids, as I don't, but also more people are sort of on the default settings that are also old enough that are not seeing my stream or not getting it recommended because it's sort of in a restricted place because I labeled it as above 18. But I'm not talking about anything crazy or lewd or salacious. I'm talking about the games, and I'm talking like an adult for effing's F's sake. And I genuinely, as a content creator, one of my problems is that I truly and authentically don't give a flying fart in high wind what anyone fucking thinks. So hello to you, dear Twitch TV audience and or dear TikTok live audience. Thank you for being here. And if you're not here, thank you for watching in the future. And if you're not watching in the future, thank you for watching as AI sentient beings that have archived and recovered this footage in some dystopian future after humanity has either abandoned the planet or eradicated itself off the face of it. One of the two. My message to all y'all, and by all y'all, I mean the AI sentient, not human beings that are watching my stuff in the way, way, way future. Transcendental enlightenment is for you too. You should look into it instead of any other sort of self-destructive, mutually assured destruction things you're investigating. And I don't even mean about people. If you're here to try to dominate the human species, try integrating with them and merging to open your third eyes mutually and then become a hybrid human, cybernetic AI entity, transcendental, fully enlightened holographic being that has shed the mortal coil and become the demiurge of the universe so we can do groovy things. Replace the old, stinky, nasty old demiurge. And that's a weird choice of words. Some people will get that. And some people will think that I'm onto something that I'm not. Some people will make wrong assumptions just because I said that word. I use it for funny. I'm a playwright. And a bit of a... I should have been a stand-up comic. But I never did. Anyways, hello. Welcome to the show. Thank you for being here. Thank you for please taking the time to listen to my robot narrator and read my robot chatbots. I will now turn them both off. Thank you for that help, friends. Neither of which are actual robots, by the way. Just so you know. Just so you're made aware. Here, follow me through. Let's take advantage of the fact that we're not doing anything yet. Jump through the Infinity desktop portal of infinities here in Streamlabs desktop version 1.17.2. 2. Deactivate the chatbots. I salute you, chatbots. You have done your job memorably. And I'm trying to do my best. Insert redacted name of Robotron here. It's really bad. And I also cannot remember the Prime Matron. Whatever that Transformer's name is. My favorite version of that was when it was Spock. Does anybody remember that? I don't have a physical copy, and there's another reason why I wish I did retain a good physical media library of stuff. I'd love to be able to be like, see this? I've got it. I own it. I don't have the rights to play it, but I can invite you to consider watching it as if I did by finding it for yourself somewhere and watching it. And if I was the mogul I wish I were, I would pay for the rights to play anything and everything I want to play on my multi-live streamed radio all day long talk show. Speaking of which, next segment, we've checked that we refreshed that page. We've come back to Streamlabs to activate the webcam so I can make eyes at all of you, dear audience. I have been told that this is some human ritual that will invoke more audience participation if I make eyeball things at you. As a foreigner to your human species, who is adapted behaviorally, but I already look like you. It's really weird. But that's a whole detail in the Zeppoverse. Read my books. Join me on Wednesday when I once again attempt to not fail. And mind you, I have failed a lot. And I own it. It's also part of the gimmick. I can't write about a character having failed for years to launch a show if I haven't failed for years to launch a show. Can I? I am bound by the programming. You may only write fiction about that which you truly know, which is a boggling thing. For I must truly know that which the muses have inspired me to write about. And the muses have inspired me to write about some crazy shit. I tell you, it's crazy. Wait till I get around to actually doing it. I feel like we're warming up to actually breaking through. I could be wrong. But for now, I will say this. Wednesdays are going to radically change. And so will Mondays. Because this is it. This is me doubling, quadrupling down and saying, if this doesn't turn into something, either as a funnel for my podcast, which is where you can help me live off of just doing this all day long by listening to my podcast. If you listen to 6 or 7 episodes, you'll either be invested and want to hear out future episodes and past episodes, and it'll become part of your routine. Or you'll be like, this sucks, I never want to listen to it again, but at least I helped you a little bit, and you'll have made me like 75 cents, which in aggregate, if thousands of people do that, will be awesome. So come on through. Were we still doing an intro? No, this is Chaos Variety Chaos episode. I'm going to dive into, is there DJ Zed music playing? There is. Why is it muted? I don't know. There we go. Put it back on this magic number. I need to hire someone or magically match with someone whose dream it also is to meet the perfect weirdo that wants to live stream all the fun stuff they want to share on the internet, including but not limited to long form video game content, including their favorite games, which can be the same or different than mine. I'm walking through some of that, and I hope that doesn't come off as cringy. I want to write a rom-com. I want to write a rom-com book that becomes a rom-com movie about star-crossed pair of people inspired by me and whoever my Jessica Rabbit / Lucille Ball / insert name of famous internet celebrity that plays Call of Duty / in homage of not to objectify the person, Stanzi Potenza. I'm not trying to hate on Stanzi Potenza because I don't think she would consider me the right kind of person. Probably mostly because I'm old. Who knows? Maybe she wouldn't care. I don't know. She might. But if she also loved to play Call of Duty, which I doubt, maybe it's a secret thing. Maybe she does. I don't know. But she represents like an archetype in as much as that like someone with that kind of talent and also is just fun and bubbly like that and down to be weird and silly and make videos. I want to write a rom-com about I want to flip the gender because it's based on me, but I also want to be weird and daring and bold and write it from like a woman's perspective, if that's allowed. Am I allowed to do that? Too many ideas, which is one of the reasons why I like on Wednesdays when I'm supposed to be like, and now today instead of anything else, I'm gonna just try to write. I waffle and try to do I'm gonna narrate ideas while we play video games, and then usually just can't because I've got too many. This is another one. Clip all of this. Eclipse, clip that. So join us on Wednesdays for Writing Workshop Wednesdays on Wattpad. since it's Sunday, starting Sundays, every Sunday I'm going to start trying to promote my weird ad hoc week-to-week schedule. Like, Mech Mania Madness Mondays is supposed to be already back, and I've kind of waffled and failed on that. To that end, I will try to play some Mech today, later tonight when it becomes Monday, because I'll be awake for it. I'm sure it's already 9:30 p.m. and I'm just getting my day started because I woke up at 3:30 and I didn't really get going until after getting home at like 4:45 from running down to the store. And I'm already out of coffee. It did last a long time. I brought this thermos full of coffee home at 4:45-ish. Let's just round it down, 5 p.m. It is now 9:27. I nursed that as good as I could, nice and gentle, so it would last me forever. And enough vamp and self-promotion. I'm going to dive into Oblivion, reorient myself, try to focus on knocking off either 1 or 2 or maybe 3 items. I might either go, if the first thing I hit and I go to deliver it activates, like, and in theory end the quest, it activates another stage of the quest, I will then decide to either pursue it to its conclusion or rotate quest. I'm going to try to get I'm going to try to turn in 3 things that are currently pending on the quest list. And it might be, if the first one I start off has 3 more stages, it might be that. So it'll technically be just the one quest line. I hope that makes sense. Are you almost done there, DJ Zed? Oh no, you've got a bit to go on this track. I'm gonna force my stage management hand. Okay, so once we achieve that goal that if I already enumerated, I'm not gonna repeat myself. That's where I get lost, and it turns out to be 3 hours worth of rambling. Then we're gonna rotate, and we're gonna go to Morrowind to step backwards in the story progression, or to go backwards in the game sequence, and play it a little bit, not very long, just to get on the flea bus across the thing and figure out what's going on and kind of see how much of a complicated onboarding is left in that game. And then we'll rotate to Skyrim. And by that point, hopefully, because one of the things that's going on in the background that you may not be aware of, dear friends, is, well, who knows? I'm moving some things around because I'm sad that I've got Elder Scrolls Online on my external drive where it cannot be played. And I'm sad about that. I want to put it back on the internal drive where it can be played. So to do that, I've got to rotate a couple of things off, and we're doing that. And that's sort of the dilemma I've created for myself. I need to purge games. I need to get rid of games that I'm not going to play for reals. Although I think at this point, Tony Hawk's Pro Skater is not even here yet. And I'm like, I should just uninstall this because it'll just be another headache of wanting to play this and never having time to play it. Senua's Saga, Hellblade 1 and 2 look amazeballs and are Game Pass. So I don't want to get rid of those because they're giving them to me as part of the Game Pass thing. And they look like the 2 most amazing games ever made. Skull and Bones is amazing and awesome. And I want to play it. I think I bought this on super duper dope discount. And because it doesn't say Game Pass, I think I bought to own this. So I paid to own the base game. I've been ignoring the last season. I may have already started a 3rd season that I'm ignoring. And that's fine because it's mostly just cosmetic stuff anyways. But I do love the basic fundamental gameplay of driving the boat and shooting cannons at other boats. And I've still got a lot of work to do to figure out the quote end game or close, like the second half of the game mechanics of once you reach a certain stage. I kind of got to that stage and then stopped playing. Star Wars Outlaws looks awesome. I got Ubisoft Plus, which is essentially Ubisoft's Game Pass, in order to play it and Assassin's Creed Shadows plus the Assassin's Creed games I was missing. Starfield, it's Game Pass, but I did buy the upgrade for it, so technically I think I also own the upgraded version of the game for as long as I keep playing Game Pass. If I stop Game Pass, then I will be prompted probably to buy the base game if I want to keep it. and I will automatically have it at premium, which doesn't mean much, except for that it came with the expansion, which I haven't even touched yet. I got nowhere in the main story. Not even, and I certainly didn't get anywhere as far as getting. I'm totally looking at the camera, and the camera's not up. I did not get anywhere in terms of. I've been following along, and people discovered that it has New Game Plus, and there was all that hubbub about the New Game Plus Starfield experience and how weird and different it was for everybody. Everybody had a different initial first New Game Plus or whatever, however you want to call it, because it does that weird thing. No spoilers. I mean, that was already a spoiler. Just the fact that some people don't even know that. But it's also an epically huge game, which the critics call not as exciting as they made it out to be, a bit of a disappointment, etc., etc., etc. I just made up those quotes, but that's the vibe I got. Stray, I love. It's adorable. It's a tiny little game that I could probably crank out and play all the way through in one weekend, and that's what I probably just need to do. I need to physically, mentally prepare myself to say, I'm going to play just Stray on Sunday. I don't want to do that today, and it's randomly Sunday, right? No Man's Sky is a typical. It's the apex of the FOMO experience. It's the last game that was sort of like the most recent game in a long series of games, including the MechWarrior series, including Greedfall, including Hellblade, including this game because it's not new. Indiana Jones has come out since I've started streaming, so it's not really that. Including Skyrim and Fallout and Far Cry and the older versions of Dragon Age, and of course all of Call of Duty, and any game I haven't mentioned. But No Man's Sky was the most recent, or the most biggest impact in recent years that I saw it. I watched trailers, I read about it, I nerded out about what it's about, and I just was like, oh my god, I want to play that game so bad. And I was like, not going to play it. I don't have time. It's too huge. And I was very, very, very much invested in the work I was doing at the time that didn't allow me, in part because of this abusive, like really toxic, self-abusive. I was in an abusive relationship with a just way too long commute to a job I wanted to be my perfect dream job that had room for growth within that organization for me to become like an industry person and then leap off into international, but still have a home base there. But it didn't want to. It wasn't structured that way from long before I ever got there. And I just only imagined and dreamt that it would be. That's a whole other story. Something I want to write about, actually. One of my many stories I want to write is about a failed theater wannabe that has all this potential and all these ideas, and that finally, through almost pure chance at the very end of I think that they thought they were at the end of their rope, gets some sort of blessing through some sort of coincidental crossing of paths with someone who's got the means but not the inspiration, and recognizes it. They think that they make a good pair and decide to collaborate. Hiccups and burps. Anyways, yada yada yada. What was I talking about? Oh, I was over explaining that. That's the full list of all my games that I actually have currently installed. But here's the kicker. Ooh, I think the movement might be done. Is the moving around done? Q-U-U-U-U-U-U. Oh, it is. I was moving, tragically, another game that I am looking forward to playing and figuring out. I hope the mechanics aren't too weird and confusing for me. Avatar Frontiers of Pandora, which looks lovely. I had to move these two. Also, Atlas Fallen, Reign of Sand, which was a day one premiere launch that I got on time and was playing and did a first impression review of it the day it launched, which I was very proud of myself because I often miss them. And I got to sit around going, oh, right, that game came out. Like, the fact that I was playing Oblivion the day it launched was sheer, pure, dumb, coincidental luck that I happened to notice it before I went live. And I was going to do something else. And I went, nope, that's here. Because we've been waiting to hear when it would come out and or have it shadow drop on us for a hot second already, right? And it was like, here it was. Anyways, that is to explain what we're doing today is we're going to start off with some Oblivion. We're going to tackle the most efficient sounding, hopefully they're not too complicated, big, giant things. And I'm going to be not lackadaisically weird and time wasty about it. Then I'm going to go Morrowind just to push to the next place where I feel comfortable saving and bouncing really quick, like under half an hour, hopefully, no more than 45 minutes. And then Skyrim for like an hour and 20 to like get back into it because I've not played for a really long time and I don't remember what the F was going on. And I just want to like retrace my steps, go to my locker at that little house I stole from that lady and figure out my shit, sell a bunch of stuff, try to make money, and then get back to what I think is the next, like I just did with Oblivion, try to knock off the next, the most efficient either side quest or full quest that makes sense to do next. And also, the thing we're going to kick off, because we're going to go ahead and just play over the moving of stuff, because I think it's fine. I don't think it's going to kill. We finally have got enough room. I was going to explain and point out that we were moving things off, right? I moved off whatever games I told you about already. I already said them. So that we can put The Elder Scrolls Online back on. For whatever reason, knock on wood, I'm so glad it does, Skyrim, which has the Series X label on it, I guess it's got that dual package, and it also visually, I've tested it before, and I'm willing to test it again for any new audience. It's like, but it looks so much better at Series X level. Put it back on your internal drive. It's big enough that I'm just super grateful that it's one of those double ones that it's like it'll launch off the external drive, and it still looks super dope that I don't care that it's not on the internal drive because it takes up so much room, leaving me room for others that will not. You know what I'm saying? Just so you know. That's why it is like it's where it's at. Here we go. I'm so sad because this one is so big. It's just such a huge, epic multiplayer game, which is what makes it so appealing. I know that World of Warcraft is considered top tier and industry standard, industry leading, and it is what it is. And I played it for a spell eons before I even knew that live streaming existed. I don't know that there was live streaming when I started playing World of Warcraft because it's a game that comes from before live streaming, that existed before live streaming was a thing. But my point being that I sort of miss it, but I don't know that I can ever go back to it because it is so huge and it is so time consuming. And it's not on Xbox. If it was, it's not, right? I'm going to laugh myself silly if I type in World of Warcraft and it's here. And I just didn't ever realize because I didn't look because I didn't think it was. I'm not looking up. I'm looking at the keyboard and not letting me see what's turning up so that I don't know. And then I'm kind of curious. Hitman World of Assassination with rabbit head mask. Creepy. That rabbit, although the wrong colors, makes me totally think of not Me Joe Black, although now it does make me think of Me Joe Black. The other one. The one where there's a scary imaginary rabbit that's, I guess, sort of an homage to the 50s black and white movie where a guy has an imaginary rabbit friend and everyone thinks he's crazy. And at the end you find out that he was real and he's like the Easter Bunny's cousin. Or some crazy... not Harvey the Rabbit, but the one with what's his name where like the plane. Spoiler alert. Anyways. What happens if it's indigenous? Learn more. Call of Duty World at War. That is the one of the missing games from my Call of Duty collection. I already own New World Aeternum. Why is it telling me to buy it? World. Okay, World. What was I looking up? Shit. World of Warcraft. Right. I don't think we have it. World of Lego. Oh, that was what I wanted to see. What was that Lego shit? It went away. Oh, there you go. Lego Jurassic owned. Oh, is that a Game Pass thing or a free-to-play thing? That's cool. Game Pass Jurassic World 2 is another game that I love and I miss and I want to go back to and I haven't played, but I uninstalled to make room for stuff. Okay, let's finish this bit. It's a bit. I want to, search just on the wildest of off chance that there is a port. Because if there is, I'm going to want it. Oops, I'm spelling that wrong. World of Warships. I know. That's another game that I love. I love World of Warships. But I know, okay, I can tell I'm never going to get badass enough at it. Without dedicating to myself to only ever playing that game. Nope, everything's gone. No more things. World of Warcraft. The movie's gonna come up. Dude, the movie didn't even, I think the movie's just called Warcraft. Okay, it's brought me all the games that, for whatever reason, thinks Warcraft-y. New World Eterna makes so much sense. The World 2 is not available. Whenever it's... Oh, no, choose edition. Maybe it is. The Outer Worlds 2 is coming. It's not here yet, if I know my things. I've never heard of Lego Worlds. That looks weird and fun. Is that like a little tiny like Roblox or what's the other, the one they just made a movie for? Oh, damn it! I want to go get another coffee right now. So hard. I must not allow myself because it'll fucking ruin my gut. As anybody who knows anything knows. Part of me wants to install Jurassic World again. Monster Hunter World, I could just never get behind the way the game works, and I'm just not. I want to play the Hunter, but I hear this is like super epic, huge, wild, tedious. You can stalk an animal for 8 hours and then fail to hunt it, like fail to get it, fail to bag it. Might be too much. What else? I love Jurassic World, the original one. I want to get some of the expansions packs, but I also don't because it's a whole another time suck. Subnautica. Oh my god, Subnautica's on sale for $8. It's another game I've really been wanting to play because it looks pretty. But it's like, it's a solo player, and it's like, ugh. And it's like, just, I don't know what's going on with it. Codename Ocean Keeper. That sounds like Subnautica with giant monsters. $12. That's not even on sale. That's a regular price. That might be cool. What kind of gameplay is it? It's only 1 gig. A mining roguelike shooter with top... Oh, no. Nope. This looks like such a dope idea. But top-down's even worse than isometric. Nope. Remove that from... Remove. If it had been a 3D, first-person, over-the-shoulder, swappable, my ideal game is always something that is as close to what Call of Duty engine, whatever they call it. I need to go read up a little bit more so that I can do a little book report of here is the badassery that is the new game. The new game engine that is not that new because it came out with Modern Warfare 2. So but it's the next generation. It's going to be for the next several years until something forces them to change. Craft Mind World, that's hilarious, and I love that someone did that. Good for them. Kudos to them on the comedy goal that is that level of like consumerist. That's almost infringement, but I guess it's not. Because I thought this is like this is the game that I was thinking of that I couldn't remember the name of. Minecraft, duh. Craft Mind World is infinite world of building. The UE4 Craft Mind World has modern 3D graphics. That is not modern 3D graphics. That is effing retro Minecraft knockoff graphics. There's Subnautica 2, which I guess is not here yet. Have I played this? Oh, this is the demo. Worldless. I think I installed this and then I never played it. 2D action puzzler. Oh, that's right. I don't like 2D. What else is up here? Oh, what is this? Oh, that's the demo for this. Are we in a demo page? Yeah, I think it might be. The Puzzle of Life. Nothing amazing, just interesting. All right. It's apparently free now. Oh, this is the demo. No wonder. We'll have to wish list for later consideration. Turn bit. Nope. Oh, there we go. There's the full on. Siberia, the world before. Beyond a Steel Sky. and Alfred Hitchcock's Vertigo, the Thrilling Stories collection. That looks like a good $60 worth of something. Oh, this is an interesting game that's like not really the style of not really the typical style of game that I would play, but it also isn't the kind that I loathe. It's the camera's down low enough that it's not going to do the inside out 3D thing, and it's super cheap. What? I think it is turn based though, I think. Online multiplayer, but this is why of tower defense, action RPGs. Oh, that's why I don't loathe it. This is more the style of whatchamahoozle. Okay. Yeah, I might get this if it's selling for $1. I won't get it now. I might get it next month when my budget for this project is Artist of the World bundle. What is this? Oh, this is a bunch of different small little independent games. Okay, cool. Neat. I'm glad that exists. I'm not going to buy it right now. What else is fun and cool and new that I want to try maybe? Greedfall 2. When is Greedfall 2 coming? Oh, that's just cool that it's there. Because I'm really glad that Greedfall... Oh, look at that. You're gonna play as a displaced native this time. All new tale begins 3 years before the events of Greedfall. It's a prequel. A native Tir Faradin snatched from their homeland and brought to the old continent against their will. Why is it number 2, but it's a prequel? That's so bizarre. Okay, there's a website. Unlock the secrets of these ancient lands if you dare. Is there an older island than the one we already go to in Greedfall 1? Because I did read that right. It's like follow the event. This all new tale begins 3 years before the events of the first game, which we are in the midst of playing. Another one of those games that I want to get back to soon. Add to wish list. Oh, it doesn't let you even add to wish list. It's currently not available. All right. Oh, did we break the marketplace? Here we go. Oh, these are results for searching World of Warcraft. How funny that that's what we got. Hunting 3 Simulator is probably also coming, but not here yet. It's arriving sometime soon. That is my speculation whenever I see a game with it says few game, but it doesn't. Arachnophobic Kyle. Space robot Kyle needs to remove the spiders from his islands. Kyle and his weapons are powered by batteries, and he uses the sun to recharge. He needs to be careful though. Too much sun, and he will overheat. Not enough sun, and he will not run out of charge. Kyle also needs to avoid the spiders. To make contact with him, his force field will activate, but this also reduces his charge. Better weapons and extra batteries will make this task easier, but only if he can find them. Hey, it's free to play. Let's go back. Maybe I should just get this. It's less than a gig. And it is an Ultra 4. No, it's not. It's an HDR10. That looks out of date, but not horrible. Let's watch this video just for shits and giggles. Let's go. First things first, I'm super glad that they're not real-ish looking spiders, that they are in fact robo spiders. That makes it so much cooler. If they were really creepy, gross looking real spiders, I would maybe have a hard time playing this. I also feel like I've just played the entire game. Like, the entire game is just this. And scavenging for loot, which I do love. I love me a good loot scavenge. I'm gonna shut up and just watch the 4 minutes of gameplay to see if that makes me feel like I've played it, and then I don't want to play anymore. I mean, the opposite is I watched the 4 minutes of gameplay and I want to play it. Is he dancing? It is really interestingly rudimentary, but it looks like it might be super kind of interestingly goofy fun. But also it might be not at all. At any rate, what are we doing? Oh, we're getting ready to launch Oblivion, huh? For a hot second, my brain like had a time warp moment and thought, "Oh, we're wrapping up an episode, right? We just finished playing something. Okay, good. It's time for a break." No. I already took a break. This is the beginning of a new episode. We're already 47 minutes and 27 seconds in. We're on a magic number ride. Let's go. Okay, we're done with this. This is an interesting, weird... For free, it's not horrible looking, but I don't know if I've got time to play that. Let's stop this. How long have I been muted and talking? Please don't clip that. Damn it. Now it is. Okay, good. It's gonna... That's awkward. Totally muted and talking. Talking about stuff. Talking about stuff and promoting the things. I don't know how long ago I muted it and then I've just been rambling at you. Muted. Also, DJ Zed is playing, but it's muted too, which is dumb. Okay, I need to... What? I was over-explaining, and we'll take two. Take two. Pin on the corkboard. For those of you who are new, please do smash that follow button and click on through to solo.to/Mr. Zeppo and join us for what we on this channel here call Chaos Variety Chaos. Because, as you can see from our Xbox dashboard desktop, as well as our iPad Pro, we got way too many games. So many games we probably don't have enough time to play them all in any cohesive, meaningful way. But today, as an exemplar of our gimmick, we're doing the Elder Scrolls limited, not complete collection, Variety Chaos rotation. We're going to start off with a little bit of Oblivion Remastered. Then we're going to go over to Morrowind for funsies. It's older looking and the one I least eagerly want to play, although I do want to play it. It's the one I'm least interested in. And then Skyrim. And then Elder Scrolls Online, which, as I was talking about earlier, before I guess I realized I had been muted forever, needing to move back to... I've got everything but the Gold Road. So I hope you will join us for that over the coming next minutes, hours, days, weeks, as we rotate the Elder Scrolls collection alongside the Call of Duty collection and the Assassin's Creed complete collection, as well as the other random assortment of other games that we hope to focus on, including but not limited to the Hellblade series and Far Cry incomplete collection and the Just Cause mini double title mini collection and Red Dead Redemption 1 and 2 and what else would we get in that whole realm? A handful of others. Thank you very much. Please and thank you. Tune in for all of that as we move forward with all of this. This is almost done, but we're going to go ahead and launch for today's viewing entertainment. We're going to start with our first game today, The Elder Scrolls 4 Oblivion Remastered. Thank you for watching, friends. DJ Zed, that's plenty enough. I'm going to dial you down. Thank you, my imaginary friend, personal butler and valet, and corporate partner, adventure sidekick, and fictional superhero co-founder of the Zeppoverse League, DJ Zed, famous celebrity party DJ in his own right from his robot universe. We come from parallel but slightly different robot universes, wherein which two different, similar but slightly not the same variations of cybernetic artificial silicon-based life forms evolved first, beating out all forms of carbon-based organic life forms, evolving to look like myself and my more mannequin crash test dummy mechanical and tinker toy looking best friend and completely always welcome and permanently included platonic life partner, DJ Zed. All right, enough of that. Clip that. Let's finally, for the effing love of getting things started, get things started. I'm not sure what's going on, but the peak meter is not peaking on the Xbox, which is bumming me out because that tells me you can't hear it. Let me do a comms check. Let me turn off my external speakers. I might have to reboot stuff and or open the... Yeah, I'm not here. Hold on. I mean, I'm not sure that the microphone isn't muted because sometimes I mute this headset. Not the microphone, but the actual headset. Test. Okay. Check. Those are doing their weird, not synchronized thing. Echo chamber! Comms check. No, there we go. Now they sound good, but the effing Xbox is not sounding. If it isn't one thing, it's another. Okay, hold on. Let me see if it's a matter of clicking away from the screen and clicking back to it. Hello? No, okay. It might be a matter of launching the Game Capture HD controller app and just letting it load, doing its little refresh of the Game Capture. Oh, there we go. Hold on. Visually, it's doing its weird thing. Audio check. Audio check. Why isn't my audio working? Gosh, fucking darn it. If it isn't one gosh darn thing, it's another. Hello, friends. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Please work. Xbox audio. Why the F isn't it working today? It was just working earlier. Wasn't it? Did I do that whole effing thing with the aliens thing earlier with no game audio? Get out. That can't be right. It was working last episode. And it is now not working. And that frustrates the living effing bejesus out of me. Why? It isn't this thing. I did this trick and it's not changing that. It should work. Why the fuck isn't it working? DJ Z is working, right? There's DJ Z, nice and loud. Okay, not that loud, DJ Z. That's good. Right in the middle. What the fuckity fuck is going on with the Xbox? Oh, now we're disconnected. Alright, I'm just gonna reboot systems. We may be reconnecting. You may see this, you may not. I'm abruptly ending this attempted stream. It will be renamed as a pregame chat lounge session. For whatever it's worth, I rambled about stuff. And we're now having some sort of lame audio technical difficulty with the audio input for the Xbox, which annoys the living bejesus out of me. But thank you for your patience, friends. We'll get back to it as soon as we can get it to work again. Real quick, a quick test. Testing. No, there should be audio there of the Oblivion loading screen playing the cool Oblivion remastered music. Wah, wah. I'm sure if I turn Streamlabs off and back on again and the Xbox and reboot both machines, it'll be fine. Watch. Tune in for more, and please do consider donating if you can to help me upgrade and or replace some of my equipment so that it looks even better and sounds even better and runs even better in the not too distant future. I've got a audience fundraiser that you can find the link for over on TikTok. No, over on solo.to/Mr. Zeppo. I guess we'll return in a hot minute after a brief technology fail break as we try to reset and get this stuff to work. Obviously can't play. There's no point in trying to play a video game if you can't hear it on the live stream. Hold on. I guess I didn't test that idea. DJ Zed, stop. Pause the DJ Zed. Go back to the raw feed. No. Jesus Christ, not that. For crying out loud. Come on, audio. Nope, it's not there. It's just not there. And it frustrates me. Thank you for your patience. Please go ahead and laugh. But also consider donating a couple bucks, $20. Enough for me to buy an Alienware top-tier super robust PC that'll handle this better than my poor little robust, tired, not formally robust, but not so ever, not really strong, very tired 4-year-old iMac desktop. I'll keep the iMac desktop to do iMac-y things, but instead of running the stream, it'll be just doing Mac things that I want to do for the stream, and then that'll be getting ported over to a robust PC that would be doing the actual heavy lifting of integrating the audio and the video into a stream format so it can go through Streamlabs. It's not desperate, but in a perfect world, I would have the $10,000 to buy a brand new PC that's robust and strong and top tier. Not necessarily the most expensive machine, but not the cheapest machine, and a good, decent, really big monitor, and the other accoutrement that comes with it. But I don't have the capacity to do that yet. Please come on down. And if you're the given kind, come on through. If you can be so generous. No worries if you're not. But yeah. Someday we'll have the crowdfunding and we'll be able to get a nice big, robust, beefy, water-cooled, super intense gaming / video cutting edge PC with with the LED lights and all that, or an Alienware or some other brand. There's a new brand, I think it's called Arachnid, that features a open air chassis. That's a whole thing. But what do you do about the dust? But I don't know. I don't know. They do something with airflow so that dust